Hello, 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 and welcome to tonight's live art stream. I hope you're doing well tonight. This is Pearson. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world, and you're watching 500 Days of Drawing. Today is day 495, and we're going to be working on some nude-ish figures. All right, let's get started, shall we? Before I begin, I always forget to put this. Since they have this new feature, this music feature, I've been trying to add. To daydreaming. Dance pop. Into space. No, night driving. Rock. We'll do some rock. All right. So let's get started, man. We're going to start out simple. We're going to keep it easy. We're going to do some 2-minute figure drawing studies, and we're going to move to 5 minutes for roughly about 30 minutes or so. I'm going to be using this hard pencil here. Just add a bunch of these, and let's get cracking, man. 2-minute gesture figure drawing. Do about, I don't know. All right. Wait. Skip. Stop. All right, let's start it. Beginning now. 2-minute figure drawings. I want to make sure that I have a decent size brush, and these are going to be slow today because I am going to focus on getting the head and torso in, and that's going to be one of my goals, is getting that head and torso in. So this is like an aerial photo, so you're not really going to see, like, really, it's a, there we go. That's kind of like the head. We're looking down. Let's add a nose. There we go. And now let's go ahead and add a shape for the torso. This is kind of challenging because I'm looking down on her like it's a bird's eye view, and so we're just kind of guessing where the placement is of all these body parts, right? Not guessing, but kind of guessing like where the rib cage, etc., is. And I'm going to add a kind of a wire structure here, and another line here to kind of express like the, whatever you call it. And press B again. Her leg kind of comes out here, and then her leg kind of comes out here. So as you can see, what I did here is I kind of made like a, I'm just kind of doing like simple little shapes right now for this. And let's go ahead and add a simple shape for the arm here, and then another simple shape here. Again, this is 2 minutes, so I'm actually running close to the 2-minute mark, which means I'm not going to have much time. I think there's her hair. It kind of comes out here like this, and then I've actually, the time is up, but I'm just going to finish that area. I think I made this too short, so I probably would have to extend it longer if I were to work on it more. Another sitting down pose, but this one's a little bit better. So always with the figure, or at least for me, I am notoriously bad at doing this. Start out with the head. They say that some people start out with the torso, but it's good to, for some people you can start with the torso, some people you can start up, some people are okay with starting out with the torso, some people are better at starting out with the head. So I am going to be focusing on starting out with the head because I'm notorious for not getting that connection with the neck. So I struggle with the figure connecting to from the neck to the head and the torso. So now we're going to we're just going to kind of draw a shape of what I think her torso is like, and then another shape for like the hips, and then like a circle for the hips, and then her leg kind of goes up like this, and another leg kind of goes like this. Her leg in the background comes off the picture plane there, or not off the picture plane, but for me, it's coming off the picture plane. And now we're gonna trim her hair down like so, and let's give her her nose right there, and then let's go ahead and add some of the details that I didn't get to because I'm running out of time now. Okay. 2 minutes is up. I'm going to be doing about 5 of these, and then that's it. I'm going to be doing 5, and I'm going to move to 5-minute gesture drawings, or 5-minute figure drawings. So start out with the head as usual. Always start out with the head. And this one's got her shoulders, her like clavicles are tilted. Actually, probably tilted even more. But her torso is pretty straight, and her hips on this side kind of pivots a little bit, and then her front leg moves forward, and then this leg kind of stays straight. So like it's staying straight, putting all the weight on that leg there. I'm not going to get to it because of time constraints. And typically I'm really bad at getting the entire figure into the picture frame. But so that's what I'm noticing. Technically I need to make our head smaller. Oops. Don't do that. Just don't do that. Let's just kind of keep it how I saw it, like this. Now let's go ahead and add some details. Add like the trapezius muscle. This is her sternum, or clavicle, I guess. And she's very petite. Her arm moves out here, out here. Her other arm is close to her hip, and it's not breaking away, so you're not going to see much there. And boom, boom, boom. Okay, that's it for that. 2 minutes on my 4th drawing here. Oh gosh, I think I've drawn this one so many times, or many of these figures so many times. All right, I always gotta psych myself out. I always gotta remind myself to draw the head. Draw the head first. Move to the chin. My focus is not to get like a generic head or even a decent head. My focus is to kind of place the head into the figure here. And I am going to pretend that her rib cage is doing something like this, and then her knee, she's placing her knee right there. So this is a tough one. Well, not really. I guess it is a tough one. I would have to spend a little bit more time fiddling with it because she's got like a drape. She's like draping her body. Like she's got like a sheen fabric, and her knee is right here. And then right here, her foot kind of does foot things like that, but then her other leg kind of comes off here and comes off the paper. Not even that, it's actually comes off and then comes off like right around here. Again, not good. 5 minute, we'll skip this one. There we go. I love lying poses, just suck. So I don't like doing lying down poses. No, correction. If I had the time I wouldn't mind doing a lying down pose, but like most of the time, the lying down poses, like I just don't have the time to work on them. They require a little bit more because I don't understand the figure enough to really structure my lying down figures well. I need to spend a little bit more time fiddling around with what I'm seeing and making it seem like seem more realistic. But when it's a lying down pose, it's you don't get those immediate like strong angles that you get with a standing pose, you know. And that's what's difficult with a lying down pose, is you don't get that really pronounced weight distribution. Like this one, she's got these angles right here, and I don't have enough time to really draw them. Her arm kind of goes off right here, kind of like this. Her other arm goes off the pet frame and then comes off right here. But my main concern is just getting the torso angles more representative of what I'm seeing. So like that, her hip kind of comes off right here, and then something like that. And then she's got that muscle here to get her shoulder in. So that would have been a fun one to draw. So we're going to stop this session, and I might work on this one a little bit longer, just for fun. And then I'm going to move to a 5-minute drawing. You know, so I'm going to work on this one just a little bit, just to kind of add some of the details that I'd like to add. Like her leg kind of goes right here. This leg kind of goes off here. And her belly button. Her belly button. There we go. And then her lat muscle right here. And then her breast is something like her breast come off. This one kind of is stretching up because her she is lifting her arm up, so there's this stretching effect. So drawing from life is a little bit more, I find a lot, I don't know, like I'm not a I don't know, like it's difficult. I think when you're drawing like your own made up characters, you can kind of fib fake anatomy, you know, and make things, I don't know. Let's shrink this down a little bit. I want to add her arms, or at least the parts of her arms a little bit. And also add her arm right here, so at least makes a little bit more sense. Her deltoid kind of comes up here. Her bicep, and then her. Anyways, this is kind of messed up right here. Her feels like I feel like her bicep is kind of right here, and then her deltoid's really high up. You know, really high up. I probably misrepresented her arm here. Get that arm right here, then her arm right here, and then I think her armpit needs to be moved in a little bit, but that's okay, just for the drawing itself. And I'm just gonna kind of make a shape here for her hand, you know, something like that. It's a little big, but that's fine. You can always if we were to draw more, spend a longer amount of time on this, we could definitely, I would definitely be fixing things. All right, I think I'm done with this for now. We can go ahead and let's move on to some 5-minute drawings. So I'm going to do about 3 of them. I'm looking for some decent ones, ones that I resonate with. Perhaps I should not resonate with any of them. All right, so I think this one will be good. It's a different pose. Her head is at a tilt, and we're just gonna like, do something like this, and then her neck is underneath. So I'm just draw this neck area underneath here, and then her shoulders. She's slouching over a little bit. Her shoulders are at a tilt down like this, and they're kind of rounded out like that. And then her clavicle kind of tilts up like this a little bit. I'm exaggerating this. I probably even need to make this even wider. And let's go ahead and we're just going to give her she's sitting forward a little bit. It's not it's kind of like a weird photo. Actually, not weird. It's just not the typical figurative works that you would see someone draw, because it's more of this would probably be a good painting as opposed to the type of drawings you see on digital media, which is more, I don't know, they're more like sexy, I would say. And this is more like real. This is more like you would see in a figure drawing class. And I think I need to tilt this down a little bit more. Move her arm in, and it's kind of pivoting in. Probably didn't do. All right, let's kind of get this tilted in, tilt that in, and then she's kind of tucking her arm in. And I probably need to bring her breast down a little bit more on this side. And then this other arm kind of does something like this, and there we go. And then her hands, whatever she's doing, she's like, I don't know what she's doing. She's doing something with her hands. Something I don't have a lot of time to work with at the moment. Let's get her leg, which kind of comes out right here, and then her other. Something like that, and then this kind of. Something like that. Her other leg kind of comes out right here. She's sitting on sitting down. There we go. I don't think I made her face big enough, her head big enough for the drawing. So we're gonna do this, get her hair in. That. Something like this. Yeah, I don't think I made her face, her head big enough. For real. I want to work on this one a little bit more. Just for a second. I want to work on this one for a minute. Just kind of add some of the things I missed. I should have made this head bigger, like a lot bigger. She's like coming forward more now that I look at it. But that's fine. I think for the amount of time that I had, I think I did a pretty good job. You know? Kind of make this darker here, and then let's give this shadow here like that, and there's a shadow here. Yeah, her whole, like, I think I needed to make her whole neck, her whole head much bigger for the amount of and then let's just kind of add, like, I don't know, some, like, just kind of bunch these fingers together a little bit. You really can't see her thumb, but I think her thumb's kind of right here. Her other thumb's kind of tucked up right here. And then we're gonna just kind of bunch up these fingers right here. What I find is a good little trick with your fingers is you can bundle them together a little bit. So you don't think of them as like small appendages. What I find it can be, you can kind of bundle them as like this, as if they're like Teenage Mutant, like turtles, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or you can even do, like, some people do it like where they kind of bunch them up like that, you know, so that you have an idea. Yeah, so I think the head, so you can kind of simplify the and then maybe her breast, there's this pivot here, and then this whole area, her clavicle. This is a whole bunch of stuff that I could have done a little bit better, but I think it's okay. All right, so we're gonna stop with this one, and now we're gonna do one more 5-minute pose. We gotta find it. I want to find one that resonates with me again. Yeah, I'll do that one. So we'll do this one. So we get the head like this, and make sure I get the pivot. It's kind of like a face forward head, but not too much. What's throwing me off is the way her eyes are looking. She's actually looking like that way. She's looking down. So it's making me feel like I need to have the head pivoting this way more, but it's really not. Okay, I spent way too much time on the head. Her neck kind of curves like this a little bit, because she's kind of looking, she's kind of contorting her torso a little bit, so like her head is laying backwards or like moved back. I think this is more indicative of what I'm seeing, like a kind of like looking up. So so you can see the top of her nose, and then her hair goes over her face a little bit, and then the hair kind of drapes down. Her other hair just kind of does something like this. Her neck kind of does this, and then her other shoulder's right here. So her torso is facing forward-ish. It's hard to tell. And then her spine kind of moves this way. And then her hips are kind of something like this. So I'm trying to guess where the angles of her body are at, because she's got a lot of pivoting occurring in this one. So, which is difficult for me. And then her arm kind of moves. It's really kind of moves in line with her torso a little bit, and she's pushing her shoulder forward. Right, like this, and her other arm kind of goes like this, or the kind of pivots down like that. And then let's just kind of bundle her hand like this or something. Yeah, torso. She's very petite, so it's very hard to kind of render this. Like that. And then you got her other hair kind of doing something like this. Her hair kind of moves around. Okay. Never mind that. We're not even going to focus on her face. This is too much. I should just kind of leave the face like that. I need to focus on the torso area, like this. And then her other leg. Her leg, this leg right here, her bottom leg, it's like a, it's kind of like a tube. Like that, in perspective. So it's really kind of like this. So you're not going to really get a lot of you're not really going to notice anything, because it's kind of like a tube. And then her other leg drapes over this leg. And then this leg, since it's like a tube, a calf, this leg kind of moves in like this. And then you got this leg kind of like that. And then her stomach overlaps a little bit. She's kind of got a nice abdominal muscle, and her other arm kind of moves out right here. And then she's like on a rock, so there's a rock shape here, there's a rock shape here. Essentially, she's on like a rock. And then this other leg kind of drapes off here. Like that. And then her whole like that. It's gonna get this. All right, so I think I'm pretty much done for today. Just wanted to kind of put some value in here to see how it looks. But anyways, that is it for the day. Her head is not as good as I could probably. I didn't do a good job at modeling her head, to be honest with you. I think I struggled with that quite a bit. But you know, it's not bad. right? It's not a bad drawing. Definitely could be better, etc., etc. So that is it for the day. Tomorrow I'm going to be out of town. I think I'm still. I think I'm going to bring in. I think I am going to be bringing my computer, and I'm still going to be doing what I'm doing now. And I might be doing 2 live streams a day until I get caught up to where I was, because I like stopped. I'm about a week behind schedule. I just dropped the ball on that, and it's okay. But I'm back in action, and I just want to say thank you so much for watching today's live art stream, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. This is Pearson. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I hope to see you soon. Cheers.